Gucci is one of the most quickly recognizable brands in the fashion world. Their signature belts have been a staple of the wealthy and famous for decades, but not everyone knows the story behind this prolific name. From family controversies to crime and massacre, Gucci is accompanied by a crazy and unexpected history. Hello brewers. Welcome back to another exciting video. In today's video, we will be looking at 16 interesting things you've probably never heard about the designer brand Gucci. When it comes to high-end fashion brands, Gucci is usually one of the first that comes to mind. From iconic belts to luxurious handbags and other items, you have to admit that everything Gucci is absolutely stunning. Here is our list of 16 things about Gucci that may just make you love the brand even more. Number 16. Tom Ford was given the helm of the designers at Gucci in 1994. Popular American designer Tom Ford was the creative director at Gucci in 1994, a position he held until 2005. He is widely accredited with turning around Gucci's fortunes after it suffered damages to its reputation as a purveyor of luxury items, thanks to internal Gucci family feuds and the flooding of counterfeit goods into the market. Number 15. Gucci is a part of a big group. Gucci is not a standalone brand. In fact, Gucci is a part of the Gucci Group, which is owned by the French company Kering. The group is a collection of designers that specialize in high fashion, with members including major names like Bottega Veneta, Sergio Rossi, Yves Saint Laurent, Alexander McQueen, and Stella McCartney, a plethora of fashion giants. Number 14. Gucci has done some very amazing collaborations. It might seem appropriate that Gucci would collaborate with luxury goods in other niches, but ingenuity has led to some interesting partnerships. Gucci's SW16 collection included a link-up with none other than the much-beloved Snoopy, a character from Peanuts. The iconic Beagle appeared in a knitted sweater, crew neck, and t-shirt. Another whimsical link-up in this collection was the street graffiti artist Gucci Ghost, aka Trouble Andrew. The artist's signature playful prints made their way onto shoppers, crossbody bags, and a mini skirt. They have also had many automotive collaborations over the years. Most notably, in the 1970s with the upholstery for the Cadillac Seville and the paintwork styling of the AMC Hornet with the green and red stripes. Number 13. Every pair of the Horsebit loafer is handmade. Other than Christian Louboutin's red soles, probably the world's most famous shoe and the most famous Gucci product, the Horsebit loafer with a gilded snaffle bit is instantly recognizable as the brand's signature product. It was first created in 1932, and since then it has been created in practically every color, pattern, and shoe material imaginable for both men's and women's designs. Artisans attired in a white lab coat with a beautifully tanned leather aprons make each pair in a workshop in Florence. Number 12. The double G logo of Gucci is one of the most instantly recognizable logos in the world. The iconic double G has been a fixture of celebrities in the world's elite for almost a century. And the history behind the design is pretty straightforward. As we know, the House of Gucci was founded in 1933 by Italian fashion designer Guccio Gucci, and the logo simply represents his initials. Many people misinterpret the logo to represent double CS rather than double GS because of the way it's stylized. But in reality, the logo is an homage to its founder and primary inspiration, Guccio Gucci. Unlike many other brands, the Gucci logo has remained fairly constant for almost 100 years. The refinement of the brand is immediately recognizable from the logo, cementing it as one of the most famous symbols in the world. Number 11. There is a museum made in honor of Guccio Gucci in Florence. In 2011, almost 60 years after Guccio Gucci's death, his family opened a museum in Florence in his honor. The opening ceremony was held in the Hall of 500, as referenced in Dan Brown's best-selling book Inferno. Of course, there's a huge emphasis on the life of Guccio Gucci, but the museum also hosts a cafe, bookstore, and of course, gift shop, where visitors can shop for newly released Gucci items in addition to classic designs. The three-store space is arranged thematically rather than chronologically to allow the pleasure of dipping into all sorts of wonderful displays of Gucci craftsmanship. But the Gucci Museum also promotes contemporary art. Number 10. Gucci has done some very amazing collaborations. It might seem appropriate that Gucci would collaborate with luxury goods in other niches, but ingenuity has led to some interesting partnerships. Gucci's SW16 collection included a link-up with none other than the much-beloved Snoopy, a character from Peanuts. The iconic Beagle appeared in a knitted sweater, crew neck, and t-shirt. Another whimsical link-up in this collection was the street graffiti artist Gucci Ghost aka Trouble Andrew. The artist's signature playful prints made their way onto shoppers, crossbody bags, and a miniskirt. They have also had many automotive collaborations over the years. Most notably, in the 1970s with the upholstery for the Cadillac Seville and the paintwork styling of the AMC Hornet with the green and red stripes. Number 9. Gucci has been a partner of UNICEF since 2005. Because Gucci was so poor in his childhood, it was important to him to continue supporting less fortunate people. Especially as his company grew in reputation and began to make a phenomenal profit, the brand partnered with UNICEF in 2005 to continue Gucci's quest for altruism. Gucci has already donated $20 million to UNICEF. With a focus on sub-Saharan Africa and particularly Mozambique, in the last 10 years alone Gucci has trained more than 8,700 teachers, construct nearly 300 school classrooms, supply 14,600 school desks, construct over 1,800 water and sanitation facilities in schools and work alongside governments influencing changes in education policy and advocate for improvements in the school curriculum. The company has put a huge emphasis on the importance of both health and education, especially for girls who rarely have access to school in sub-Saharan Africa. Number 8. Gucci was ranked the 44th most valuable brand. Each year Forbes magazine publishes a list of the world's top 100 most valuable brands. With a value of $12 billion, Gucci is in 44th place, one ahead of Starbucks. Technology giants Apple, Google, and Microsoft topped the list. No surprise, they're followed by Coca-Cola. The highest-ranking luxury brand is BMW at number 14 and the highest-ranking fashion brand is Louis Vuitton at number 19 with a valuation of $27.3 billion. Number 7. Gucci's rags to riches story has a very happy ending. His hard work and perseverance paid off in the end and he witnessed his brand grow to become one of the biggest in Italy, but there is a minor tragedy in Gucci's story. He died in 1953, the same year that the brand launched internationally. The first store outside of Italy opened in New York and was the first Italian luxury brand to open in the United States. Of course, after this opening, the brand continued to grow at a rapid pace and now there were over 550 Gucci stores scattered across the globe. The brand shows no signs of slowing down. And although the Gucci family has since vested in the company, there's a bright future for all those involved. Unfortunately, Gucci died just as his vision was reaching a new level of success. Number 6. Gucci went from rags to riches with pure hard work. Gucci, founder of the Gucci brand, was the son of a leather worker in Florence. His family was extremely impoverished and fought to cover even the fundamental needs. Gucci respected his father but vowed never to live in the same squalor. As soon as he was able, he started taking odd jobs and moved all across Europe, searching for a better life. In London, he took night classes and tried to ingratiate himself into the high-end fashion world. And though it took decades, he finally capitalized on his newfound skills. In the end, he used the same leatherworking abilities that his father taught him as a child but aimed his products at a wealthier audience. And eventually created a company that is currently valued at almost $13 billion. Number 5. The founder of Gucci had worked as a server, dishwasher and concierge. Gucci worked several odd jobs over the years to pull himself from poverty and into the limelight. During his 20s and 30s, he worked as a server, dishwasher, and concierge in prestigious hotels across Paris and London. During this time, he was constantly making mental notes about the dress code and conduct of the millionaires and celebrities who passed through his place of work. He met Marilyn Monroe, Frank Sinatra, Winston Churchill, and many others while working as an elevator operator. Of course, his friendly behavior and confidence helped him make many contacts during this time and many of these celebrities were his first customers when he finally launched the Gucci brand. They interacted with the mob regularly and kept the community in harmony. This all came to a stop in 1995, when Maurizio was murdered in his own office in Milan. A gunman stylishly dressed and armed with a 7.65mm pistol, first fired at the 46-year-old Gucci from behind before shooting him in the face as he fell to the red marble floor. There was another twist. The authorities believed that the mob did not call the hit but instead by Maurizio Gucci's ex-wife, Patricia Reggiani. To this day, Patricia Reggiani contends her innocence, but in 1998 she was convicted for his murder and was released 18 years later in 2016. She was 69 at the time of her release and felt bitter that much of her life was wasted on a wrongful conviction. In the end, we will never know who murdered Maurizio Gucci, but it's clear that he made enemies during his time on Earth. Number 3. Alessandro Michele is the current creative director of Gucci. This is not a surprising fact in itself, but it's important to the brand's story. Alessandro Michele was appointed in January 2015. And in his first year, the company saw a 12% growth in revenue. Gucci is a mainstay of Milan Fashion Week, and in 2016 and 2017, particularly, the brand was killing it in the global luxury fashion stakes. You might say Gucci has gone viral. Gucci store. Alessandra is known for his flashy dress favoring hippie blouses, floral pants, and Indian influences. Was a surprise appointment but did work under Tom Ford after having been senior accessories designer at Fendi. His first task at Gucci was to produce a replacement autumn menswear collection in 5 days. Number 2, Gucci made a world record by selling the most expensive jean worth $3,134. Gucci is renowned for being a luxury brand with a huge price tag. It's not unusual for their signature handbags to cost between $2,000 and $4,000 apiece. But in 1998, Gucci set the world record for the most expensive pair of jeans ever sold. The Genius jeans were sold for a whopping $3,134. That's almost twice as much as the average American family spends on all of their clothes for the entire year. That was hard to imagine, having $3,000 to spend on a pair of pants. The record was shattered when a Japanese collector bought a vintage pair of Levi's from the 1880s for $60,000. Amazingly enough, this record was obliterated in 2010 when Sweet Circus started offering jeans with dozens of diamonds sewn onto the back pockets. These go for a mind-boggling $1.3 million apiece and are rarely sold. Number 1. Prada and Armani are worth less than half of the total net worth of Gucci. With a net worth of more than $25 billion, it should not come as a shock that Gucci is the biggest-selling Italian brand of all time. Though it might seem obvious at first, Gucci has some tough competition. Though they're thriving, other luxury brands like Prada and Armani are worth less than half of the total net worth of Gucci. And keep in mind that this statistic doesn't just include clothing brands. Gucci is substantially more profitable than Ferrari. Gucci substantiates a huge portion of Italy's total economy. And though the country has suffered from a serious recession, it still has the 8th largest GDP in the world. The brand is one of the largest in the world and has the numbers to prove it. Gucci's prestigious pricing makes the product act as a status symbol. They follow premium pricing. Gucci's customers are not affected by this because they get high-quality products. We hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.